But I wonder what type of person my computer thinks I am. Um, I went on the like there's a main page when you go on whatever web browser you have on the desktop or laptop. Y'all know this
Hmm.
already.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And so I'm on the Microsoft Start. I have Internet Explorer because I cannot download Google Chrome on my laptop for some reason. I
What the
don't know
hell?
how. Yeah, I maybe we could talk about this
What kind of
another
inferior
time
machine?
specifically. No, I think I messed up with something and I might have to reset the laptop, but like I said, that's another conversation. But bro, on my front page, it says a super popular game in Japan, and the picture is of like this anime chick, just like her like a headshot of her, but she has her arms up so you could see her pits in her arms, and
Ah, yes, the
she
pits, the
looks
most
so
alluring,
vulnerable and weak.
the most
I
alluring
just
part
yes,
is the pits.
apparently, and like yeah, bear pits, by the way.
Whew, scantily
Only the
clad.
barest of pits that I guess only
The
a
barest of
child could
pits.
have, but because this is anime, I'm supposed to believe that's a grown up. Listen, I'm not that guy. Not that guy.
No, I know. I
Promise you.
think, if you're into anime at least a little bit, you probably get those ads. Let me see what pops up in front of my Google
Yeah.
Chrome. I get ads for laptops to remind me of how miserable I am. I get a lot of manga news. Um, I get a lot of like random manga news and almost borderline spoilers that I have to dodge. So I barely look at this front page. But yeah, no bear pits on mine, but I get it because it's sometimes it's like they'll just like if you're into anime at all, I feel like the algorithm will eventually push that on you. I'm sure I've gotten it myself as well, but I don't recall. They're like, "You like anime? You're into anime, right? You like these things, this kind of stuff."
Animus.
Sorry, what?
Did you not hear anything I said?
Unfortunately, I got really distracted, and then I was hoping Brian would respond to what it was you said, but he's also
I'm also very distracted.
What
silent.
the hell's going on here,
Yeah, my
boys?
bad. Well, I can't speak for Brian, but I got an important message that I just started looking at.
I
Mm.
also got an important message.
What's more important than the pre-show chat show?
Pre-show chat show.
Not many
Pre-show.
things,
Not many
but
things at
my
all.
attention span is not the greatest.
I'll tell you what, mine's not doing great either. It's all these
Would you
phones,
mind
man.
repeating yourself, kind sir?
I said my attention span isn't doing so great either.
No, before that started this whole landslide.
I don't even
The
remember, bro.
forgetfulness.
I guess I was
So,
sympathizing with your plight on front
huh?
page. What? Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
I thought I muted myself. I'm sorry.
What the hell? What the hell? Brian, how was your week?
What?
Is your week
Huh?
good?
Yeah, it was actually pretty all right.
Nice. I started reading the
pretty alright.
Don to Don to catch up because that's likely the series we'll be picking up.
Where are you up to?
I'm only 10 chapters in. I started reading it yesterday.
What do you think so far?
I like it. I read it before. I read a little bit of it before, and I thought it was interesting. It's the weirdest series I've read in a long time. But yeah, the art is incredible.
Dude, you don't even know.
I've seen.
You don't even know.
I've seen like 2-page spreads here and there, like out of context, and I'm like, Jesus Christ, this guy's going crazy.
Yeah, honestly, I'm in. It's so impressive that it's a weekly series with the art that he does.
Yeah, man's must not.
It's
sleep.
like One Punch Man levels of art, and One Punch
Well,
Man
I wanna
is,
go
is
crazy.
monthly, isn't it? No, you haven't seen the shit I've seen.
I would say proportionately.
One
I think
Punch Man is irregular at this point.
I'd say One Punch Man is the top.
One Punch
Yes.
Man comes out when it comes out. I don't know if you guys know this, but Murata, who draws One Punch Man, also is like starting a little animation business on the side.
That's so.
Yeah, he animated like a little iShield 21 anniversary short, which I thought was cool. Apparently, they
Did he do
released.
that very recently?
Yeah, it was a couple months ago.
Ah,
Apparently,
I
he
was wondering if he was doing it for the NFL season hype, but
no, it was for
never
like
mind.
I think it's the 21st anniversary of iShield 21, and that's why he came out with something. He also came out with a new chapter of iShield 21 that I couldn't find. I just know it exists out there. There's a bonus chapter, like an epilogue chapter to celebrate the anniversary.
Really cool.
Yeah, because the series ends
I'd like
on
to see that.
yeah.
I never finished Ice Shield. That's what I never finished, bro. I finished IQ. I never finished Ice Shield.
Evidently, you didn't finish IQ,
Which
but you also never finished iShield.
I did. I finished IQ.
You read the last chapter. We're not talking about Haikyuu right now. We can't keep
I
going
could
in
talk
this
about
Haikyuu.
IQ all day.
I mean, I could also talk
I
about
think
Haikyuu.
I think just because I didn't call those 6 chapters an arc,
it is an arc.
I guess that means I didn't read it.
It is an arc.
All right.
It is. What are you talking about?
Yeah, sure. Okay.
Okay.
If that's an arc, I mean, I guess there's mini arcs,
Yeah.
right? If I'm being fair,
Yeah,
sure.
it's an
mini
arc.
arc.
It's a really important one too.
I'll relax. I'll
Yeah. Don't be a
hop
hater.
off.
Yeah. Hating ass Josh.
Well, anyway, yeah, I think, but you told me iShield 21 doesn't really end great,
I didn't
so
love
I
the
think
ending.
I've like subconsciously been scared. Huh?
I didn't love the ending, no.
Yeah, and that bothers me, man. Because you wouldn't have said it like that if it didn't really bother you. You would have been like, and then was like, you would have said something different. But saying that shit bothered you, kind of.
Yeah, I
the
mean,
wrong way, bro.
it's underwhelming in the way that a lot of shonen final arcs are.
Yo, I watched a YouTube video. Y'all know this dude called Mighty Keith?
No.
I've heard of him.
He's really funny. I'm gonna send y'all a video from him. He like does like really funny skits. They're usually pretty short. But he talked about how like there's this new game, the Star Wars game that's being made. He was like acting out as if like he was like Ubisoft, like the business people there or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Are you talking
And
about
they,
Outlaws?
he's basic, yeah, Outlaws, right? And he was talking about how like we're gonna make the main story plot super convoluted and everywhere and like like sort of detached, and then the ending is gonna be like high quality, very like just good, right? And then
Mhm.
the dude was like, "Oh, the opposite of what happens in anime," and the guy was like, "Exactly." And I had to think about that shit. Like, damn, majority of the series I've like actually seen through to the end. I did not love how
Yeah.
it ended, and I've always wondered if it's been because like me personally, like I don't want to see the series end, so could never be enough. But
I don't think so. I think
I
sometimes
think it's tough.
every series kind of ends in a little bit of the same way. Where it's kind of open-ended, or like I guess not open-ended, but like there's like there's always like a 2-page spread of just every character jumping through the screen. My Hero Academia has a very typical battle manga ending, I feel, where it's
That's
like,
true.
and then they went on more adventures, you know. I feel like there's not a lot of series that end that way. Death Note is the only one I can think of really that has a.
I'm currently watching that right now, by the way.
Oh yeah, I know we've been talking
And
about it.
yeah, I enjoy this series. I really do. I thought that I shied away from it because like
Have you never read it? You've read it. Or seen
I
it.
never read it.
Yeah, I used to read it, and I read it up until
Oh, you never
spoilers,
finished it.
guys. I read it up until you know what? I didn't read that far. I actually read up to where I'm at in like the anime,
Oh,
where
wow.
again, spoilers, where Light loses his memory and shit. And I read up until when he gets his memory back. I just don't remember how it happens.
Mm.
I do remember it does happen though, and not that long from now. You know what's crazy, bro? I think I'm making this all up, bro. I think you told me he gets it. Someone, I think I found out he got his memory back because I don't remember
Yeah, we don't
any
talk
of
about
this
Death Note that much.
with the third Kira. What?
We haven't talked about Death Note too much, so I never even knew that you never finished.
Not since like fucking high school, bro.
Yeah,
When it was like such a big deal.
yeah. I guess I assumed
I
you watched it
remember being a
'cause
fan of Light, bro.
Yeah, I mean, you know, it's cool to be a fan of the character so long as you're just not like he's right. I'm
Yeah, no, that was the problem though.
yeah, but I don't know how many people.
thought he was right.
Oh yeah.
I thought he was right when I was a high schooler.
Hmm.
Yeah. Only because I thought about it. So all right, so the logic of if he can murder the truly heinous people, right? And that would be enough to scare people. Like it would so like all right, so like number one, you're removing like the terrible people from society while also making them so scared from acting out in those evil ways, therefore meaning it's going to be a better society. And the crazy thing about that is on paper, I think in a vacuum, like just like that, it kind of makes sense, right?
Yeah, it's a
But the
logical
reality,
theory.
It
But
only makes sense. It only makes sense if you don't know how conviction
life
in
works.
not even just how life works, how conviction works in Japan.
what do you mean?
Because there are like people get like charged for shit. Like they have an extremely high conviction rate in
Oh
Japan.
yeah, I think even in Jujutsu Kaisen they mentioned that.
Yeah, exactly. So a
people
lot of
innocent.
people
Yeah.
in those jails
Yeah.
are probably innocent.
I think
And Light just fucking murders
I
them.
think Light, to his credit, has been only targeting like very violent criminals.
I mean, have they ever
Yeah, if you give
I've
him the
never said that
benefit
he
of the doubt.
differentiated?
We've never seen it, but he has made offhand mentions about how he's not just killing like random petty thieves or whatever, like people who shoplift or something.
Honestly, I'm willing to just like concede that part of not concede. That's the wrong word. I'm willing to just give that to, like Light. I mean, and just assume that he's only ever on purpose gonna murder like the most truly heinous of criminals.
Yeah.
But right, so but even if you give him that, right? If we just look at it on that premise, because that's where I think majority of people are gonna meet you at, if they do agree or if they are gonna try to at least play devil's advocate or something. And the reality is that like there's such a small amount of actually like psychopathic killers. You know what I'm saying? Where like they were gonna be quote unquote messed up in the head, challenged in the head in that way, no matter what,
Mm-hmm.
right? But the difference is how we address those behaviors and the fact that we can recognize those signs at a very early point in childhood. Therefore, you know, like Light. All right, so I'm just gonna kind of like cut to the chase and not beat around the bush. There was a YouTuber that made a really good point one day, and it kind of helped me forgive this series and allow myself to just be open-minded and look at it more analytically. But the what the YouTuber said was that Light was just a reflection of society. And it made so much sense to me because of course, like he's the son of a police chief. So of course he would come to the conclusion that in order to make society better, we just have to punish the criminals and scare the criminals, not really understanding that crime is born from conditions. It's not something inherent to people's personalities or behaviors. Anyway, I can run on and run on. I think you two get the gist.
Yeah, I
Of
watched
what
that
I'm
video
trying to
that you
say.
sent it to
So,
us.
is that what it was? Was it specifically about Death Note?
Yeah. No, you sent me
I feel
that
like
same video.
it talked about a lot of things.
No, you sent me that video about
But
how Light is kind of a reflection on, criminal
oh,
justice and all that
okay,
stuff. Yeah.
okay. Yes, it was a really good video, and
I thought
that
so. I
helped.
thought so too.
That, huh?
I thought so as well.
Yeah, yeah. I never really, I never thought about that. Just being honest, it never occurred to me. I didn't even want to further analyze the series, and I have an issue with that. I can admit that. I'm adults enough to, to say that like if something rubs me the wrong way, I really I shy away from it. I don't even want to fuck with it because I feel like it's gonna make me mad. It's gonna frustrate me, and I feel like what justifies that behavior is because I do have a good wealth of information on the things that like I don't really that I choose to not want to fuck with, but that prevents me from kind of challenging myself and instead of like just having this vague understanding of that, oh, like the manga promoted a really terrible like mindset or whatever. That's not the only perspective you can have. It's a valid perspective and it's an important one to recognize because it can radicalize a lot of people who aren't really had that depth of like media analysis or whatever, which is all you know what I'm saying? Like a lot of people, and that doesn't make them stupid or whatever. Just it is what it is, right? But like, yeah, like as I am really enjoying this series as I'm watching it from these different lenses I've gained from growing up, and it's like I don't know what the author's true intentions was, and I'm gonna try to save those thoughts until I finish the series, right? But man, it's just been fun. Like I like Light. He's a terrible. I mean, he's terrible for what he's doing, and the series makes him out to be an evil person too. Like, there's no misunderstanding that. I mean, like that's
Yeah.
straight up. But I like his his thought processes in.
Well, Light has to be kind of likable because that's what that's kind of like a trade point of, guys like this, like these kind of sociopathic killers, is that they also have a charm to them. They're able to like get people to like them. They don't really have a fear of that kind of like social
Dexter,
interaction.
right?
Yeah. Well, even Dexter's kind of weird. Dexter's a bad example because he's a little awkward and bizarre, and nobody really likes him that much. But like
I actually never watched Dexter. I just assumed that.
I mean, think of a Hannibal Lecter, I suppose. They all have these guys have these like certain charms to them.
Oh, very charismatic.
That yeah, they allow they're able to manipulate people easily because they don't have emotions in the same wavelength of normal people. They don't get emotionally attached to people's perception of them, so they're just able to just jump in and appeal to people's like egos or whatever.
I'm gonna tell you my favorite LY moment, right? It's Light Yagami. The moment I was like yeah, was when he was talking to the detective was the wife of
Naomi.
of the guy that got killed. Yeah. What's her name?
Naomi Misora, I think her name is.
Yes, Misora. Yeah. Yo, when she's like, what? I forgot that this happened in the manga. But she like asked him, like, why do you keep looking at your like at your watch? And he says, oh, because I'm Kita. Started crying, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nigga's an asshole.
Well,
And
that's
then when
what-
she kept walking away, he was like, "What's the matter? Don't you want to?
Don't you want to call my dad? Don't you
He's
want
like,
to?
I think my father could get on the line. Don't you want to try and call him again?" And she's like, "Nah, I think I got something to do. It's okay." Yo,
Yeah, nuts.
Like Death Note has so many like petty ass moments. Like
It's an iconic
that.
series.
It's so funny.
It really is. In both anime and manga
yo,
form,
yeah,
it's truly iconic.
it is amazing. The voice actor is
Dude,
good.
I can't watch
get
this-
over how they keep saying Kita, but like it's all right.
I can't watch it in anything other than the dub. I think the dub actors for this series are among those series that like I prefer it in dub. It's this, Full Metal Alchemist, Dragon Ball,
Yu-Gi-Oh.
Yu-Gi-Oh, Naruto probably, but
I
that's
cannot watch Dragon Ball if it's not dubbed.
Yeah.
They sound so fucking weird, bro.
yeah. I don't know if it's because it's been
Kakarot, I can't-
programmed
yo.
in my head. That because Dragon Ball I've only ever seen dubbed, and I feel like that's the one. That's the man. That's the ultimate dub there.
Soul Eater was really good dub.
There's
But I
really good
never
dubs out
Listen, I never watched the sub.
there. A lot of
so
the
I
times I
wouldn't be
do
able to
prefer dub. I mean, I guess I watch a lot of dubs, but if there's a dub out there, I'll watch it over sub for the most part. Yeah, Soul Eater had a great dub.
not ultimate weebs.
Yeah, Attack on Titan had a great dub. Chainsaw Man has a really good dub.
I have one criticism with Death Note and the voice acting, and that's L. He
Really?
whispers, and I get it. All right, here's the thing. I don't not like his voice. It's that he's so loathsome. All right. I figured it out. The most annoying moments in the series is when Light is talking to Misaka.
Misaka? Misa?
No, Misa. Yeah, Misa. Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah. Oh my god, it's so because she has such a high pitched voice, and I know she's playing in character. I'm not mad at the
Jesus.
voice actress or
My bad.
anything, but she's like screaming so loud, and then like have to lower it down because I'm like, all right, like this is OD. This shit's giving me a headache. And like Elle is whispering, and I'm them in my thought, and I don't know, I'm saying something slick. It's like, nigga, speak up, say it with your chest, bro. The fuck, you a grown man.
He's thinking, bro.
Come
That's his
on.
thinking voice.
Yeah, that's like, I guess Midoriya is like mumble, but he's like responding to her.
Mm.
It's just weird.
It makes sense. I mean, he's just a shut-in. So yeah, he speaks low. He's soft spoken.
You're gonna tell me he can't? Oh, God. All right, well,
He can't say with his chest, Josh.
I like it when Light and Elle is talking. It's fine.
Mm-hmm.
It's when Misa and Light and
Well,
Elle
Light-
is talking. That shit, I can't.
Light
do it.
pushes L because L knows it's him, and he just can't prove it yet.
He knew from
He would.
the jump when he said 5%. He knew.
Yeah, when we talked about it a little bit, and about the arc where Light doesn't have his memories, and I told you I felt so bad for L in that moment because he knows so much, but he's just like, you motherfucker, I know you did something.
All right, so this is why I think I like the series because like it is, I'm not gonna say complex, but it's well thought out, right? Like you could say like all right, I agree with you, and L was like on it, right?
Mm-hmm.
But he did catch a break by seeing Misa react to Light that way. You know what I mean? That's what made it concrete more than
Yeah.
anything else.
Yeah,
from
but
what
he
I
was like-
remember, he had suspicions of him, but it wasn't. It was just he just was focused on him because he was the only suspect of any like type of, what's the reliability? That was a weird word to say.
Yeah.
but whatever. He's the only suspect, so it made sense why he honed in on him.
But he also said
Like,
before the investigation, before he started like honing in, he also said like the person who was Kira is probably going to try to get real close to this investigation and like trying to get in on it.
Yes, he said all of that when they was in the tennis match.
Mm-hmm.
And you know what's crazy? When they was having a tennis match, Light lost.
Yeah.
And I don't mean like he lost the tennis match. He lost like because like he was a step behind.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, did they translate this weird? I'm thinking that they're supposed to be like on each other's necks, but it really seems like L is ahead of the game. And
Yeah, no,
that
L was
was the
ahead of the
case.
game. I think that L was
He
just like
really
so ahead. He
was.
just didn't have the proof, and that's why, that's why he couldn't catch him in the end.
And the only reason he didn't have the proof is because this was a mystical thing.
Mhm.
It wasn't anything rooted in
Yeah,
reality.
there's no way he could have possibly known.
Yeah, without having context, which he was learning more and more off of his sheer skill. Again, spoilers, guys. Spoilers. I am really looking forward to seeing how he kills L.
Yeah.
But I don't remember it at all, and I'm so blessed for that. I'm
Yeah,
so
I'm
fucking
not gonna say
blessed.
Oh, he
anything.
just shoots him in the
I
face.
remember being annoyed about Marshmallow and Chocolate Man. I forget their names.
Marshmallow and Chocolate Man.
Mallow,
Oh, Mellow
Mellow, and
and Near.
Mellow. Marshmallow chocolate.
I've always liked those two.
and then one.
I felt really.
in the.
I felt like I was the only one.
Who liked what?
I think I was annoyed
Mellow
when I
Near.
seen them, but I wasn't even reading the series. I just was like, "Oh, Light's not around it. I mean, L's not around, and now these guys are supposed to be L. Fuck out of here." I was
It's
being
because
ignorant.
Nier is a lot more aloof than L, and L was already pretty aloof.
Yeah, I mean, I'll tell Josh. I'll talk about it when it's over. But there's like a really good video about Near that explains him really well and why he's like actually a pretty interesting character. And it's something I always have my finger on.
Oh,
but
Mellow is the jerk. He's the one that eats. The
Mellow's
chocolate, and he's
the
really
chocolate guy,
aggressive, right?
Yeah,
Is he a jerk or is he just like the?
Yeah, he's
Well,
a
he
jerk.
just looks aggressive.
Yeah,
he has
he
like
had-
sharp teeth. So
he
know.
had
like
like,
if you put
no compunction about
put-
taking Light's sister hostage and teaming up with like the mafia.
Oh, yeah.
Oh shit! Fuck! I forgot. I'm so sorry.
you got into the flow, bro. It's
Damn,
all right.
damn,
It's a
damn.
20-year-old.
My bad.
I mean, like a 15-year-old series.
I won't say anything else. I'll stop right there.
Chill, bro.
if you put them both together though, I think you make L.
Mm.
That's what I think people disagree with. But I guess
Really?
I'm gonna find out for
Mm.
myself.
Yeah, I'm not gonna say anything.
L was not aggressive at all.
L was
All right,
aggressive.
he punched Light in the face, but who wouldn't punch Light?
No,
in
well,
the face?
L wasn't aggressive.
You know what I mean?
I'll explain it in the way how it works, because he is aggressive. He put himself like on the field basically. He didn't stay behind the screen
That's true.
forever.
That's a fact. And a matter of fact, when he caught up Misa with Light, that was him deciding, I'm gonna go to school and try to
Yep.
feel Light out. Literally on the first day he tried to do that. It
Yo,
just
when he
fucking
showed up at the
backfired.
graduation, he was sitting.
Yeah, behind at the entrance exam.
Yeah,
that
yeah,
shit
yeah.
was so scary. I was scared for Light. I was like, it's over, bro. He got you.
He said, "I want to tell you that I'm
No.
L."
No one has that mental fortitude to hold it down like that. Only in manga.
Do you remember when he told him he was L and then he just stared at his face to see the reaction? That was
Yeah. That's like a whole meme now. That's like the lock-in meme. I seen that shit. When I seen it happen again in the anime, I was crying.
the way he just stared right at him.
And I knew it was coming. I knew it was coming too.
He did
He
not
was sitting
stop
down, and I
looking
was
at him.
like,
He did not blink. He was just staring at him.
And the whole time, Light was stressing so bad.
Light wanted to cry in that
Like-
moment. I know.
No series does inner monologue, inner dialogue. Like, no one executes it as like. I'm not gonna say that better, but as potent as like Death Note. But this nigga Light be in his head for half an hour
Yeah, you really feel
in
it
real time.
because he was like, "What the
Yeah.
fuck? What the fuck is this guy talking
I was
about?"
stressed too. I was like, "Fuck, what am I gonna do?" And I'm sitting here on the
The
couch
number
rolling
one
a
op
blunt.
is directly next to me.
Yeah. Like, come on, like, what's it gonna be, bro?
Fun
I
fact:
kill this dude. Get them Shinigami eyes.
this is a little unrelated, but fun fact: Luffy in One Piece has never had a mental dialogue.
Really?
Never, not once.
That
have we
is
ever,
so fucking funny. Oh my god.
Have we
Yeah,
ever
that's
had a
Awesome.
thought bubble from Luffy?
I didn't even have to think that long about it. I just was like, he's right.
I've been reading through this entire
Absolutely.
series. Not one time do we see what or hear what Luffy's thinking.
That is hilarious.
Scour the series, you won't find it.
Not even like a thought bubble. Like, I mean, obviously you said no thought bubbles, but not even like a joke LOL thing.
Nope.
Like him.
We get
That
a
is
if he
hilarious.
we get
Does
a
he
little
think?
maybe we get a little snippet of his imagination,
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
but like I think it only happens once on Punk Hazard when him and Robin, or maybe it was just Robin who pictures Zoro and Usopp carrying them like little boats across a river. But yeah, we don't see anything from Luffy's head, and it's pretty much because he says what he thinks all the time.
Yeah, that makes a lot more sense than the conclusion I came to, which was
He doesn't
does he
think, which is
actually
also
ever think?
a thing. But Luffy thinks
Is
in
he just a
serious moments.
sentient vegetable or something? Like,
No, Luffy definitely thinks. He just acts on it
You
immediately.
sure?
He's always he goes with
Alright.
his most impulsive thought. Like we always know what Luffy's thinking. He never has to think it out.
because he's yeah, I see. I agree.
He's a man of action. That's your little fun fact for the day.
All right.
Beautiful.
Well,
Beautiful.
I
One
don't know
Piece
if
fact.
anybody else has anything they need to add on, but
Yeah,
I think we can end this pre-show. That was very
a good
beautifully
pre-show.
said, bro.
It's a good pre-show.
Nice, profound. What?
I'm trying to think if there's anything else possible. Anything at all. Oh, I've been reading Yozakura Family, and I'm in its
Oh,
first
boy.
like serious battle arc, where all the characters
Talking
are there.
about. Hold on.
All the characters are there, and they all have individual fights. I think. Josh, this may be the series for you.
Yes.
It may be the series for you. I think.
Yeah. You talk about Sister No Romance Assassin Group.
Yeah. I'm talking about sister. They're spies, actually. They're not assassins.
Do you know? Do you finally know what blooming is?
I do.
Yeah. It's crazy, right? I know what it is.
Josh, you're gonna
And I
read.
knew what it was before you.
One day you're gonna read this series, and you're gonna love it. It's gonna be your favorite series.
Do not ever underestimate my spite.
I got to a point in this series where I'm like, oh man, Josh would actually like this.
Come on.
Josh will probably like this a little bit. Because I know my guy, he loves individual battles with cool characters.
Is the main character Bloom, yes or no?
Does he bloom?
Yes.
I guess he's training it.
Okay.
Yeah, everybody has it's a powers. People have
I'm
powers
curious.
in this series.
I'm mildly interested.
You know, it feels like it has the trajectory of Hitman Reborn because around this time is when the series also gets serious. When that series also gets serious.
I hate to admit it, but that's exactly what I was about to say. Well, really in the form of a question. I had that hunch that it was kind of like that vibe.
Mm-hmm. Well, it's had a serious story.
Because you
up
was
to this
telling me
point, but-
earlier that it didn't seem like there was no powers or nothing like that. And I was like, you've been reading it for like 30, 40 chapters. That's like, and I already know that there's gonna be powers in this shit. So I was like, damn, that's like some Hitman Reborn shit. I can't read that shit. We can't. I talk too much shit, Chris. You gotta understand. Like,
Your reputation's on the line.
can't die on. I can't.
You've already. I
Can't
mean,
just give up like that.
yeah, you have to die on this hill. I understand.
And I really do appreciate you understanding and also respecting that.
I've known you for a long time. I know you like to die on hills for no reason.
Get shit on.
It's true, bro. Just like last week when Chris thought Brian was shitting on my life.
Yeah.
And now Brian thinks Chris is shitting on my life, but this is very genuine and from the heart.
And that's
I don't know
it's so
why I'm like
beautiful.
this.
It's all right, bro. You don't always die.
I have
on
good
hills.
feelings about Don to Don. You know why? Because I didn't say anything slick about that shit.
You
Yeah,
didn't.
you have
Not one
surprisingly.
slick thing.
when I
didn't.
said when I said earlier that I thought Dandadan was on the same level as
You as One Piece. That's what you said.
Is
no
that
no
what
no
you
I
said?
didn't say it was on the
Brian.
same level as One Piece. I
No,
said
that's
it's
exactly
similar.
what you said.
No,
and
that's
I just
not what I
listened to
said.
that
I said
podcast
it's
2 days
similar.
ago.
I said it's similar to
It's
One Piece.
similar to One Piece.
You
Yeah.
said it is very highly similar in feels and quality to One Piece.
That's
That is
not what I
you
said. I don't even say shit like that. I said it's similar to One Piece in
Is
the
this
way
gonna
that
be the
it builds
first
its world.
time I bring up an audio clip?
Do it. I didn't say that it was exactly like One Piece. I said it was similar.
What was it in? Deployed Spear, I think.
Was it? No, it couldn't have been.
No, it wasn't it wasn't a pre-show.
It should have been in a pre-show.
You know what? Look, I'm gonna find. I'll find that clip. I know I don't gotta search from mad different episodes. I know it's in one of these two, so I'll get back to you on that, Brian. All right.
I'm pretty sure
Address
all I
that
said is
another
that it's
time.
similar to One Piece.
I mean,
And
I'm,
the
You
way
went
that
crazy, but I took your word for it.
I'm 11
Listen,
chapters
own
in.
it,
I
bro.
don't.
I am owning it. I said it's similar to
Oh.
One Piece. I'm not saying that it's the same.
I'm telling you what. I'm
Brian,
11
you
chapters
jumped out
in.
the window, and it's okay. It's okay, bro.
Oh my fucking
I jump out the window for World Trigger every fucking time I mention it to somebody else. I tell them it's
I
better
said
than
what
One
I
Piece. Sorry,
said. I'm
guys.
literally, I'm
Brian.
not even fucking walking it back. I'm literally saying exactly what I said.
Brian, you've activated Josh.
Not even. Listen, you know what I had to say about this? I said something about Don to Don. I said something about the name, and it just didn't hit with me. It just didn't hit. And that was the only thing, bro. Brian, this is what I'm trying to say. All right, Chris, because I heard that.
That you were
Him
activated?
saying that it was like One Piece, not for nothing, bro. I was like, okay. But Brian to say something like that, all three of us, if there's something we can all share the same opinion on, is that One Piece is truly goated, and it probably is the best series that has been made so far, objectively speaking. I think we all agree on that, right?
Yeah.
Mhm.
At least. So yeah, so when one of y'all niggas tell me, nah, this makes me think about One Piece, bro, that's a big deal. I'm gonna take that shit seriously. I've been telling y'all, like, I'm down to read this and just add it. It looks cool.
I'm
We
reading
haven't-
it.
I don't think we have any like slice of life style series.
It's not a slice of life.
And I'm not saying
it's
it
kind of a
is.
battle manga. for
I mean,
sure.
like, oh, for real?
It's a battle manga with slice of life, like as it's like a front. It's slice of life of the series is a front.
I'm very curious
basically.
to see what you think, Josh.
It
'cause
sounds
it's
like
very
what My
weird.
Hero Academia should have been.
No, it's not that. It's
No.
definitely nothing.
Battle
like My
manga
Hero
with
Academia.
a lot of slice of life stuff around it.
Yeah, I'm very curious as to what you think about it because it's very weird. It's one of the most bizarre series. I've read in a
Characters
while.
look fucking dope. That's another thing. I really like,
Yeah, the art's incredible.
character
By the
designs.
way, the art is very, very good.
and it's not like, oh, this is the best art. It just looks really, it's distinct.
very
We
clean.
had
It's
conversations
very
about
clean.
that. Yeah. Yeah, I'm
It's-
looking at all these volume covers and holy shit, man. These look like end villains. These motherfuckers look like, it's karma people,
Oh,
you know.
yeah, the
Karma
Otsutsuki.
people.
Who?
The Otsutsuki.
Yes, the Otsutsuki. Fuck all of them. Anyway. Yeah. The end of the day looks fucking lit. So
It looks good. No, I'm enjoying it. I don't know about
Had
how.
Yeah,
Chris
One of my
said
favorites.
Yozakura gives me One Piece vibes.
I didn't say
you
that.
know,
I did
you
not say
would have
that.
been lying.
I did
No,
not
I
say
know.
that.
I'm just saying though. Have you said that? I might not have had all this animosity. Would have been a better chance. I'm not saying it's guaranteed. But the problem with Yozakura is that before you started reading it, I already had prejudice.
Yeah, you
for
already
it
had a
because other
massive
people liked
attitude
it so
about
much.
it.
And the fucked up part, though, the real fucked up part is I truly think it was misplaced. It was
Yeah.
it's Spy X Family. That's like a really, really big deal, and it's not even that solid.
Yeah, you hate big deals. You're not a
I
big
hate when
deal
something's
guy.
a big deal and I don't
Yeah.
know about it. I don't agree. One Piece is a very big deal.
Yeah, Yozakura Family is not a big deal. It's not that popular in the
not.
series.
It's not, but I thought it was. Man.
You thought it was because I said
And I-
something about it for some reason, as if I'm reading the most.
You didn't
popular
help,
things.
Chris.
Yeah,
You didn't help.
I
But
feel like that happens every time I bring
I
up a
did have
series that I've been
prejudice.
casually reading.
it's not true. Not every time.
Almost every time, I would say 90% of the time.
7 times out of 10. I think that's if we're being very honest. with each other,
70%? I don't think so.
Yes. It's still a lot, bro.
I'll
I'm
take
not proud to say that,
80%
but I think
minimum.
that's... Huh?
I would take 80% minimum.
Come on. All right, now let's get into it. What? All right, aside from Yozakura, right? What other newer series? Fullmetal Alchemist. I never shit on it. I want to so bad, but I know it's good, so I never shit on it.
I'm just saying it's happened historically.
It has. It has. But a lot of the time I get around to reading them. I used to be a big One Piece hater.
Yeah, I know.
You could thank 4Kids for that mostly, though.
I'm in that same boat. 4Kids ruined One Piece's reputation for me too.
Although the theme song is pretty epic.
Of what? Don to Don?
No,
Oh, Dandadan has a pretty sick
4Kids.
opening too.
4Kids
yeah.
One Piece, but
Did you? I think I showed it.
has
Actually.
an anime.
Yeah,
It's coming out in
soon,
October.
which is honestly
Oh,
the
they-
perfect time for that series to come out.
Ooh, okay. I'm gonna be watching it on Crunchyroll.
Netflix.
You know the guys who did the
Wow.
you guys know the guys who made the theme song for Mashal?
Yeah, I know.
Yeah,
They made the theme
Creepy
song
Nuts?
for Don to Don.
it
Yeah,
went so
Creepy Nuts.
fucking berserk on that Mashal.
I
I didn't even know it was an anime.
Bring, bum, bum,
Intro.
bring, bum, bum, bring, bum, bum,
Mhm.
boom.
All right, I think that's sufficient for the pre-show, right?
Yeah.
All right. See you guys in New Jump City.
Later.
If you like Spy X Family, I don't like you.
Damn,
Hmm.
that's a extremely popular anime to
Josh didn't
throw
mean
the
that.
gauntlet down
Not
on.
New Jump City, just Josh.
Josh didn't
Co-host
mean that.
Josh.
Josh, I can't believe Josh just spoke for all of us.
Yeah,
I didn't speak
now
for all the
everybody's
people.
gonna
I
think
just
we
spoke for
said that.
myself.
He literally
Well,
just
you
spoke
know
on
what,
behalf of
guys?
the entire podcast.
Look, gotta live with decisions we make.
Fair enough.
Y'all have a good night.
Bye bye.
Bye.